Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you two very important moves, but they're pretty much the same thing. It's essentially a very basic ring to chain or chain to ring maneuver. So when you're playing with Halo, one of the things I think that makes you flow better is going from ring to chain back to the ring on your finger smoothly. If you can pull this off, then mistakes are easily fixable. You're able to flow better. You can think on the fly. The first part of this trick is you basically want it on your thumb and you want it spinning clockwise. And you do a basic wrap. But when you're coming out of it, you want the chain to slip past your thumb to where if I want, I can just let go and it falls. So how to do that is when you're coming out, you have your fingertip point up. So Halo, there's a theme. You want things to go flat. So when you're coming up, you point your fingers up and it'll slip past the crevice of your grip, and then you're able to pinch it and you can just let go whenever you want. This is an important move on its own. You can do a lot of stuff with it. It's a good way to get the chain off of your hand. So with that being the move, the beginning of it, when you come right here, this is the most important part of this trick. You can stick your thumb in it. You can pick any 4 fingers to go in. You can aerial from it and switch fingers. It's a super important move. So again, you slip past your thumb and you land in this position. When you let go of your thumb, it starts to rotate the chain, and that's when you have to make a decision of where to put your finger. There's a ton of options with this maneuver. It makes it very important. It's a good way to get it back on your thumb. It's a good way to get it back on any of your fingers. So it's really important. What you want to learn first is to get it on your index. So when you're swinging out, you just curl your finger in and then you point it back out. So release over your thumb, get it on your index. So that is the first part of the move. The second part of the move is like a different trick, but it's kind of the same thing, and it's to get yourself back into the position of holding the chain. When you're in the ring position, you want to point the ring down. So instead of it going up, usually you're going down and you're making it flat. And you curl and go under your wrist and you point your finger this way as well. That'll make it pop off your finger and flip over your wrist. It might take you some time to figure out how exactly to curl your finger and when to release it, but again, it's easy to slow the rotation down and you get to really think about it before you do it. This will get you getting the feeling of it, being able to see it and have a little bit quicker reaction time, and it helps to bend your knees when learning this trick. So once you have the release down, that's when you need to start catching the chain. It's just like a basic aerial at that point, but it's coming from up under your wrist. This is a really good move because when you're doing it, you can pick any fingers to stick in. You could stick your thumb, index, whatever you want. But for now, you want to stick all 4 fingers in. Because when you do this, it's easier to swap back to your thumb, and then you can go back into this trick. So it's a looping maneuver. So once you have this move down, you'll be able to maneuver from ring to chain game with ease, like it's nothing. It's a super, super important move. It's kind of like binding with the yo-yo. So get to practicing this one. So with this little thumb slip, you can also do things like move fingers, decide what fingers you want. You can do 2 fingers. So the possibilities are pretty much endless. And when you size your chain differently, moving your fingers like this helps. Learning both of these will have you flowing in and out of tricks in no time. It might take a little bit of work. It's a little difficult at first, learning how to size your thumb and where to release it and what fingers you need to use, because everyone will be using a different size chain most likely. Sizing the chain makes a big difference in how you do the maneuver. So if it was a shorter chain, I would have to double up my fingers like this. But with it being a standard size, you just use all 4. And hopefully you get it down soon and you're flowing in and out of tricks in no time.